Okay, so I think everybody probably does this, just in different ways, but you end up getting enough information about something over the course of years without even kind of really realizing it, till you finally reach a point of thinking where you're like, I don't really need any more proof. I don't need to see any more evidence. My investigation has concluded on what I now think about this thing. Because, everyone does that, obviously. Otherwise, we would all just be, like, factless. we would not know anything about anything. And that's why we all just are constantly, basically, doing a investigation of our existence as humans on this planet. Okay? Assessing the things around us, dealing with problems, dealing with other people. And so it's all just, you get to conclusions about things. And I've been on this planet for 36 years, or 37, I forget. But I know that's not nearly, at the age where I would even know more and have more wisdom. But it's like, how much time do I need, right? Because I've seen a lot really fast. Because I'm a millennial, and we got the internet when we were like 13, and just went ham, and then inspired all of the things like memes, right? Memes, all that shit comes from millennials. All the shit that is like used on the internet and gaming and all this stuff. Like millennials, that was like, we started that fucking culture. And so in a way, as a millennial, because of how that culture was weaponized, even back against us, but against everyone, like how gaming culture kind of devolved into school shooter, groper type culture, I think a lot of millennials feel in some way a little bit responsible for that. Maybe because we weren't trying to do evil things. All we got really in life was the internet, because we didn't get the generational wealth from our fucking Gen X and boomer parents. So yeah, we went ham on the internet, and it does suck that the kind of culture that our generation did basically create is, again, what has been manipulated, though, to be used in such horrible ways. But at least I think it's comforting in a way, which is so fucked up to say because of all the other reasons why, but on this specific subject, I think it's at least good to know that maybe we weren't crazy, and that maybe, it did happen to be this fucking global cabal of fucking pedophile billionaires that hijacked our shit. See what I mean? So that is only just my explanation to say what I have to say next when it comes to coming to conclusions. So remember Barack Obama, right? He said change. And Michelle Obama said, when they go low, we go high. Well, Michelle Obama, like I said, recently explained that people have been misunderstanding what she meant that whole time. And when she says that when they go low, we go high, doesn't mean you have to stifle your justified and righteous rage. She just said that recently to fucking Stephen Colbert. And what I think is a lot of people didn't actually really understand what Barack Obama meant by the word change. I think even the good people thought he meant change the system, change how things are happening around me, change this. Nobody thought change myself too. Right? And so I think a big thing that's not really being paid much attention to is how the black community responded to Renee Good and Alex Preddy. Black people showed the fuck up for the white people, because black people completely understood and had sympathy for what the white people were going through. So I've made a video earlier today about the 3 different types of racism. Not everyone is just bad because they're accidentally racist. And I do think that things like white privilege, I think that is crippling in a lot of ways, because people are born with this white privilege. What I believe in is privileges that are earned. Like, you get a privilege through your dedication to something. So like, say you're a doctor, you'll probably get like some form of doctor privilege because you went to school and you worked hard for it. Say you're a veteran, you get veteran privilege because you fucking took an oath to the country to fucking save and defend and protect the Constitution. Like, you get types of privilege that I believe are earned, but white privilege is just given. And people who don't quite understand what it means, I believe, don't see how so much of the world around them is working differently for them. I mean, because it kind of makes logical sense. Why would you want to get rid of something that makes your like life better? Like, why would you want to, get rid of an asset or acknowledge it? And so I think that's a pretty existential fucking question. But it doesn't mean that all these fucking white people are not also good people. Like, there's the blatantly racist and shitty ones, and fuck those people. But I know there's like the majority of fucking white people I believe are good. But white privilege is not acknowledged, and it's not acknowledged for what it is. And what's also not acknowledged, that fundamentally every single person of color's life is fundamentally different in so many ways. So many ways that people that are afflicted by white privilege just are not capable of seeing. And so I think the only way to fix that is to acknowledge it. It's like, apologies are nice, right? But like, what the fuck does an apology even goddamn mean? It's just a person saying words because they have to. What needs to happen is that change that Obama talked about, which is personal acknowledgement of oneself without having to tell the whole fucking world and make it a big deal and feel shame and embarrassment, but like personal acknowledgement of what's really fucking happening around you. And I don't think that's a bad thing. I think that's just what needs to happen, because racism also hurts all of us. That's the thing. All the shit that they're doing, to me, this fucking town, the authorities of this town, they're doing to my wife because of their hatred and racism against me. And the fact that I've just like defeated so many of their enemies, the fact that I won't go away, that I won't shut up, that I won't submit. So they're big mad about that. I'm not submitting to the authorities. I'm not submitting to the giant fucking cult megachurch. I'm not submitting to shitty politicians. I'm not submitting to bullies. And they hate that because it drives them like fucking insane when a black person won't sit down and shut the fuck up. And I refuse to do that. And so that's why they hate me. And they're hurting my white wife. And they're hurting all kinds of other white people. It's like, it's so much of this is just based off their hatred of me, a black guy, because of racism. And look at all the white people getting hurt. So that's why racism just needs to go away. And people need to acknowledge how it exists, where it is, what they might be contributing to this thing, and actually change, like Barack Obama fucking said a whole long time ago. So I hope you guys aren't offended by this.